everyone, welcome back to Sri Sampath Vinayaka Learning Easy channel. Here in this video we are going to discuss about the polynomials chapter. Okay, we know that in a polynomial we have to learn about what is a constant, what is variable, and what is algebraic expression. Then we have to learn what is a monomial, what is a binomial, what is a trinomial, tetranomial, so on. After that we are going to discuss what is a polynomial. So that is why firstly we are going to discuss about the constant. We know that a constant is a fixed number which will never change its value. So a number having a fixed numerical value is called a constant, or we may define it as constants are the values which will never change. And sometimes we are going to represent those constants as A, B, C, so on. Okay. The digits or the numbers starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, so on are called constants. For example, we are going to write 9, 11.5, 7, minus 11, 23, 100, 1000, 100 crores, like that. We are going to express as the constants. Ax plus b. In this Ax plus b, this A and B also constants. Okay. For example, 3x minus 5. In this 3x minus 5, in the place of A we are having 3, in the place of B we are having minus 5. So, sometimes we are going to represent the constants with A, B, C, so on also. Okay. Here these A, B, C are all known as constants. Now we are going to discuss about a variable. Okay. A number which varies from time to time is known as a variable. That means if a number or a letter changes its value from one time to another time, then that we are now going to call as a variable. That means the variable name is suggested to that as it varies. Okay. Now a number which can take various numerical values is known as a variable, or we may define variables are the values which will change time to time. Okay, Nama. So for example, x, y, z, so on are represented the variables. Okay. For example, see here 4x minus 8 is equal to 0. Here by simplifying it we are going to obtain x value as 2. 3x minus 9 is equal to 0. Here the x value is 3. 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Here the x value is 1 by 2. See here the same x value is changes from time to time. Here it is 2, here it is 3, here it is 1 by 2. That is why x is here known as a variable. Okay. And variables are raised to some non-zero real numbers are known as also variables. For example, see, x is a variable. If I am going to raise it to x cube, then it is also a variable. X to the power of 10 by 7, it is also a variable. Y power of minus 3, it is also a variable, so on. Okay. Now a number which is the product of a constant and a variable is also a variable. For example, 7 into x. 7 is a constant, x is a variable. So 7 into x is a variable. Minus 7x square y cube, it is a variable. Okay. Minus 8xyz, it is also a variable. Okay. Now the combination of two or more variables separated by plus or minus is also a variable. For example, see x plus y. Okay. This x plus y is a variable. X plus y minus z is also a variable. X square minus y square, it is also a variable. A cube plus x square plus z square, so on. These are all variables. Okay. An algebraic expression we have to discuss now. An algebraic expression means the combination of constants and variables connected by plus, minus, into, divided by is known as an algebraic expression. Okay, see, a combination of constants and variables connected by plus, minus, into, divided by signs is known as an algebraic expression. For example, see, 2x cube plus 3x square minus 7x plus 2. It is a algebraic expression. Why? Because it is a combination of a constant and variables connected with a plus minus into divided by signs. Okay, coming to that second example, 5x power of 5 minus 9x square into y. So it is also an algebraic expression because it is the combination of constants and variables connected by the four fundamental operations. Any of the four fundamental operations, one not needed to have all the four fundamental operations in the same expression. Now ax cube plus bx square minus cxyz by w square plus x. Okay, here we are having all the four fundamental operations. See, here I am having plus minus, here I am having into and divided by and also plus. Okay, we need not to have all the four fundamental operations in a single algebraic expression. Okay, now terms. A part of an algebraic expression is known as a term. So the parts of an algebraic expression separated by plus minus signs are known as terms. Okay, for example, see here 3x plus 4y minus 7xy is an algebraic expression. Here this plus 3x plus 4y minus 7xy are known as terms. Okay na? See now we are going to discuss coefficient of a term. Okay, firstly we have to consider one term, that is minus 8x cube. Here this minus 8 is known as numerical coefficient of the term, and that x cube is known as literal coefficient of the term. Similarly, if we are going to consider another term minus 13x square yz, here minus 13 is known as numerical coefficient and x square yz is known as literal coefficient. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the terms like terms and unlike terms. Like terms means the terms which are having the same literal coefficients. Okay, now see here x cube minus 8x cube 17x cube. Here in these three terms the literal coefficient is x cube. So that is why these three terms are called like terms. Again see 8 into xy minus 19 into xy and 12 into xy. Here also the literal coefficients are xy, xy, xy for the three terms. So here the literal coefficients are same for all the given three terms. So these three terms are known as like terms. Okay, coming to that unlike terms, the terms which are having different literal coefficients are called unlike terms. See here 5x square minus 7x cube 9x and minus 11x to the power of 4. Here in these four terms the literal coefficient is x square, here the literal coefficient is x cube, here the literal coefficient is x, here the literal coefficient is x power of 4. All the four terms are having different literal coefficients. That is why these are known as unlike terms. Okay, Sima, now we are going to discuss the algebraic expressions with respect to the number of terms in it. Types of algebraic expressions with respect to terms. Monomial. Here you have to split the terms into two. Monomial means mono plus mial. Mono means one, mial means term. One term. The name itself suggests an algebraic expression which contain only one term and it is called monomial. For example, see x, y, 2x, 3x square y, x, y, z by p. All these are monomials. Why? Because these are all one terms. Okay. Now coming to the binomial. So bino means two, mial means terms, two terms. An algebraic expression which contains two terms in it is known as binomial. That is, see, example x plus y. Here x is one term, y is another term. So separated by plus, so it is two terms. 2x minus 3x square y. This is also having two terms. xyz minus x. It is also having two terms. 7x minus 9. It is also having two terms. So these are the examples of binomial. Now see trinomial. Okay, trino means three, mial means terms, three terms. An algebraic expression which contains three terms in it is known as trinomial. For example, x plus y minus z, 3x square minus 8xyz minus y, 2x minus 7y plus 2, etc. Okay. Now coming to the multinomial. An algebraic expression which contains more than three terms in it is called multinomial. So x minus 3y plus w minus z. See here it is having four terms. So it is a multinomial. And here it is having 3x square minus 7xy plus 4x cube minus x power of 5 plus x power of 7 means totally 5 terms it is having. So it is also a multinomial. And specifically if you want to name it, okay, there are names for. Okay, if any algebraic expression contains 4 terms in it, then it is known as tetranomial. Any algebraic expression which contains 5 terms, that is known as pentanomial in specifically. Okay, in general we are going to name it as multinomial. Okay, like that. If it is having 6 terms, then hexanomial. If it is having 7 terms, heptanomial. If it is having 9 terms, nonomial. Okay, if it is having 10 terms, decanomial. Like that we are going to name the algebraic expressions with respect to its terms. As we discussed, if it is having 1 term, it is a monomial. If it is having 2 terms, it's binomial. If it is having 3 terms, it is trinomial. If it is having 4 terms, then it is a tetranomial. If it is having 5 terms, then it is a pentanomial. If it is having 6 terms, it is an hexanomial. If it is having 7 terms, then it is heptanomial. If it is having 8 terms, then it is known as octanomial. If it is having 9 terms, then it is known as nanomial. And 10 terms it is having, then it is known as decanomial. Okay, and we have to remember one more thing. We discussed multinomial. Multinomial means a algebraic expression which consists of 3 or more than terms. Okay, if it is having 1 term binomial, that means 2 terms, trinomial means 3 terms also, it is called as a multinomial. But its converse is not true. That means a monomial is known as a multinomial. A binomial is also known as a multinomial. A trinomial is also a multinomial. But a multinomial is not now going to named as a monomial. A multinomial is not going to named as a trinomial. A multinomial is not going to be named as a binomial. Okay, so its converse is not true. Understand, ma? You have to remember this is an important point, ma. So a monomial, binomial, trinomial are also known as multinomials, but multinomials are not going to named as trinomial, binomial or monomial. Okay, now we are going to discuss the name of the chapter, polynomial. See, ma, a polynomial means an algebraic expression with positive integral powers. Okay, so an algebraic expression which is having its variables powers as positive integrals is known as a polynomial. To check whether the given expression is a polynomial or not, we have to follow the 3 things. That is all the variables are having positive integers as powers or not, we have to check. Okay, now is there any variable with decimal exponents or not, we have to check. And is there any variable with fractional powers or not, we have to check. That is the 3 points we have to check in the given expression. That is, see, is all the variables are having positive integers as powers or not, we have to find it out first. Next, no variable is found with decimal exponents. No variable is with fractional powers. Then that algebraic expression is known as a polynomial. Okay, if any expression is having its variable with a negative exponent or decimal exponent or fractional exponent, then it is not a polynomial. Okay, that we have to remember. And a constant may rise to any power. Sima, we are going to discuss the examples for the above discussed things. That is x square minus x plus 2. Here, Sima, all these 3 terms are having positive integers as powers. Here it is power 2, here power 1, here power 0. So it is a polynomial because there is no negative power, no decimal power or no fractional power. Coming to the second one, 1 by x square. 1 by x square is nothing but x to the power of minus 2. Here see the variable x is having negative power. Okay, so it is not a polynomial. Coming to this, 5 into root x. 5 into root x can be expressed as 5 into x power of 1 by 2. Here see the variable x is having fractional power. So it is not a polynomial. Now root 5 into x. Yes, it is a polynomial because the root is only for the constant. Okay, so variable is having its positive power only. So it is a polynomial. Coming to this, 1 by x plus 7. This can be expressed as x plus 7 whole power of minus 1. then it is having negative power. So it is not a polynomial. Similarly, this one also, ma. If I am going to write this one, x square plus 2x plus 5 all to the power of minus 1 again. So it is also not a polynomial as it is having negative power as it is having negative power. Okay, now x cube minus 3x power of minus 2 plus x is not a polynomial because see here the variable is having negative power. Okay, that we have to check mark. Okay, now we have to remember one more point, that is all the polynomials are multinomials, but all multinomials are not polynomials because see ma, all these are multinomials only. Okay, now but this multinomial is not a polynomial. Okay, now Seema, we are going to discuss the degree of a polynomial in one variable. So the highest index of the expression is known as degree of the polynomial. That means in the given expression we have to find it out what is the highest power of the variable. Okay, the highest power of the variable is known as degree of that particular expression. Seema, the highest index of the variable in a polynomial of one variable is called the degree of the polynomial. For example, see, it is a algebraic expression with one variable. Okay, and here it is a polynomial also. Why? Because all its variables are having positive integral powers. So here, see, the highest power is 3. Why? Because here the power 3, here the power 2, here power 1, here power 0. So highest power is 3. So its degree is 3. Similarly, 15x power of 8 minus 8x plus 7x power of 5 minus 2 is a polynomial. Why? Because it is having all its variables with positive integral powers. So here in this, the highest power is 8. So degree of this algebraic expression is 8. Okay, and we have to remember these 2 points. Here in this algebraic expression, see 8x cube into y square into z. Here the degree of this particular term is 3 plus 2 plus 1 we have to do. That is 6. Why? Because it is a single term number. In a monomial we have to add the powers of the variables to find it out its degree. Okay, now it is also a monomial. It's not a polynomial. See, in this monomial, minus 3 into x cube into y by z square. Okay, to find it out its degree, we have to just add the powers 3 and 1 here, and we have to subtract the power 2 to obtain the degree. That is 3 plus 1 minus 2. Okay, then its degree is 2. Okay, now it's the very important one, polynomial of nth degree. Okay, the expression of the form p of x is equal to a0 x power of n plus a1 x power of n minus 1 plus a2 x power of n minus 2 so on an minus 1 x power of 1 plus an is known as a polynomial of nth degree where that a0 equal to 0. Why a0 equal to 0 means here we mentioned it is nth degree. Nth degree in the sense that nth degree term must be there in the given expression. So to retain this x power of n term, okay, we have to take its coefficient non-zero value. Okay, that is why a0 not equal to 0. The rest of the coefficients are all belongs to real numbers. Okay, for that, if you want to write another example, see p of z. It is a polynomial with a variable z. So b0 z power of n, b1 z power of n minus 1, b2 z power of n minus 2 so on, bn minus 1 z power of 1 plus bn. So it is a polynomial with a variable z. Here b0 not equal to 0 and b1, b2 so on, bn are the real coefficients, that is real numbers. Okay, Seema, now we are going to discuss the types of polynomials with respect to its degree. Okay, the first one there is the linear polynomial. A linear polynomial is a polynomial of degree 1. A polynomial of degree 1 is called the linear polynomial. For example, see 3x minus 7 minus 8x minus 9 and 13z plus 4. These are linear polynomials because its degree, see its x degree is 1. Here the variable x degree is 1. Here the variable z's degree is 1. So these polynomials are having its degree as 1. So these are linear polynomials in one variable. Okay. So for example, see here 8x minus 11y plus 2. Here its degree 1, 1. So the degree of the entire expression is 1. So it is known as a linear polynomial. But in this linear polynomial we are having two variables. That is why it is known as a linear polynomial in two variables. Now coming to that second one. 2x minus 3y plus 7z. Here all these terms are having its power as 1. That means its degree as 1. So it is a linear polynomial. Its highest degree is 1, no? That is why it's a linear polynomial. But it is a linear polynomial in 3 variables. Okay, Nama? So that is why we are going to write the general forms. The general form of a linear polynomial in one variable is ax plus b. Here a not equal to 0. Why? Because we already mentioned that here specifically it must have degree 1. So the variable's coefficient must not be 0. So a not equal to 0. And this a comma b belongs to real numbers. The general form of a linear polynomial in two variables is ax plus by plus c. Here we have to remember the conditions. That is a square plus b square not equal to 0. That is same as modulus of a plus modulus of b not equal to 0. Because see, why these two are the same conditions means to become a linear polynomial I must have at least a variable with its degree 1. So this a square plus b square not equal to 0 indicates that a and b are not going to be zeros at a time. Okay, a may 0 or b may 0, but a and b not equal to 0 at a time. That is meant by this condition a square plus b square not equal to 0 or modulus of a plus modulus of b is not equal to 0. And here the a, b, c are belongs to real numbers. And also we have very clear that a linear equation always represents a straight line. All these are very important things in the linear polynomial. Okay. Now the second type of the polynomial is quadratic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 2 is known as quadratic polynomial. For example, see 5x square plus 8x minus 7, 13y square minus 11y minus 4. These are the two polynomials of degree 2. So hence it can be called as a quadratic polynomial. Okay, now the quadratic polynomial always represents a parabola. Parabola means a U-shaped curve. For example, see here, this is a parabola. Like that, you may have a quadratic polynomial in any form. Okay, now like this. Okay. The general form of a quadratic polynomial in one variable is ax square plus bx plus c. Here a not equal to 0. Why? Because it is quadratic equation. Specifically we are discussing about the degree 2. So the degree 2 term must not be 0. So that is why a not equal to 0. And a, b, c are real numbers. Here ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is a general form of a homogeneous quadratic polynomial. What is homogeneous? Homogeneous means if the degree of each and every term of the expression is same, then it is known as homogeneous. See, here its degree is 2, here its degree is 2, here its degree is 2. So all the terms of the expression is having the same degree. So it is known as homogeneous expression. So this is a homogeneous quadratic expression. Okay, na? Now ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is a complete second degree quadratic polynomial. Okay. We are going to discuss the third type of the polynomial, that is a cubic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 3 is known as a cubic polynomial. Okay, a cubic polynomial in the sense minus 9x cube plus 6x square plus 8, 8y cube minus 7y square plus 2y minus 9. These are having positive integral powers. So these two are polynomials first, and its highest degrees are 3 and 3 each. So these are the polynomials of degree 3, and hence they can be called as cubic polynomials. A cubic polynomial always represents a curve. We have to remember this. Now the general form of a polynomial, that is cubic polynomial in one variable, is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. As it is specifically about degree 3, the degree 3 term must not be 0. That means its coefficient must not be 0. So a not equal to 0. And a, b, c, d are the real numbers. See, the fourth type of the polynomial, that is biquadratic polynomial ma. A polynomial with degree 4 is known as biquadratic polynomial ma. For example, see 3x power 4 minus 8x cube minus 9, 4y power 4 minus 9y cube plus 2y minus 7. These two are the polynomials, and these two are having its highest degrees as 4. So are the polynomials of degree 4. So hence we are going to call it as biquadratic polynomials ma. These are also represents cos. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the fifth type of the polynomial, that is constant polynomial. A polynomial having only one term, that too the term is a constant, is called constant polynomial ma. Okay. A polynomial with degree 0 is called constant polynomial. Okay. For example, 7. Its degree is 0 because see ma, 7 can be expressed as 7 into x power of 0 or 7 into y power of 0 or 7 into some z power of 0. Okay. 7 into, you have to write any variable to the power 0. Whatever the variable you want to write ma. So why you wrote 7 as 7 into x power of 0? If you want to write 7 as 7 into p power of 0, you can. Okay, now 7 into z power of 0 you can. 7 into w power of 0 you can. Okay. That means you have to write the constant with any variable to the power 0. So that is why see, this 11 can be expressed as 11 into x power of 0 or minus 11 into w power of 0, like that you may write. So the degree of these constants is 0 ma. See ma, the sixth type of the polynomial, that is 0 polynomial ma. P of z is equal to 0 is known as 0 polynomial. A special type of constant polynomial is called a 0 polynomial ma. Okay, that means 0 itself is known as a 0 polynomial. Okay, so 0 is a constant ma, that is why a special type of constant polynomial is known as 0 polynomial. Okay, 0 polynomial's degree is undefined because see ma, 0 can be expressed as 0 into x power of 0 or 0 into x power of 100 or 0 into x power of 1 or 0 into x power of 1 crore or 0 into x power of 2. That means you may write besides that 0 any variable rises to any positive integral power. So that is why the degree of 0 changes continuously. If I am going to express 0 as 0 into x power of 0, then its degree is 0. If I am going to express 0 as 0 into x power of 100, then its degree is 100. Here its degree is 1. Here its degree is 1 crore. Okay now. Here the degree of this 0 changes continuously ma. That is why degree of the 0 polynomial is not defined. We have to remember this. It's a very important bit ma. Okay. See ma, 0 of a polynomial. Let p of x is a polynomial, and if p of k is equal to 0, then that k is said to be the 0 of a polynomial p of x. And here that 0 means it is a solution or root of the given polynomial ma. Okay, for example, see, p of x is equal to x minus 2. If p of 2, if we are going to calculate, so its value is 0 ma. So p of 2 is equal to 0. So this 2 is known as the 0 of the polynomial p of x. So that is we are going to mention that. Okay. Let p of x is equal to x power of 4 minus 16. Just find out f of p of minus 2. Minus 2 whole power of 4 minus 16, that is 0. So p of minus 2 we obtain 0. So that minus 2 is known as the 0 of that polynomial p of x. Now here see, p of y is equal to y cube minus 18. If I am going to calculate p of 2, here see ma, 2 cube minus 18, that is 8 minus 18, that is minus 10, that is not equal to 0. So p of 2 is not equal to 0. So 2 is not the 0 of that polynomial p of y. Okay nama? That is p of 2 not equal to 0. So 2 is not the 0 of the polynomial p of y ma. So see, we have to remember one more thing. Okay, the degree of the polynomial represents the number of zeros of that particular polynomial ma. So p of x is equal to x power of 4 minus 16. See, here its degree is 4. So this p of x is going to have 4 zeros or 4 roots or 4 solutions. Similarly, p of y is equal to y cube minus 18. Here its degree is 3. So it must going to have 3 zeros. Okay, or 3 roots or 3 solutions. Okay, that means a polynomial with the degree n is going to have n zeros or n solutions or n roots. Okay, na? I hope you understand everyone.